Right off the bat, I just want to say, as I mentioned before I even started recording, I believe, I was introduced to you in Smallville, and I love Smallville, and I was an early adopter of that show from the get-go. I loved it. At the same time, another show came along called Birds of Prey, and it just didn't feel. I felt Smallville spoke to me, and it was just a better sci-fi type show, comic hero show, and everyone joined me after that run, and you were great in it.
Thank you.
As Kara, and also I wanted to mention, I love this. The DC is really good at doing this. They bring people that were in, like, they tie old shows in together. Like they did this in The Flash. I interviewed John Wesley Shipp at Comic-Con last year, and he was the old Flash, and they brought him back to play an alternate universe Flash. And then when I saw they did that with you and made you, I think, a character called Indigo and then Brainiac. I was like, oh my god, like, just they keep doing this.
They know that the fans really like that. We also did that on Smallville. We had Helen Slater playing my aunt.
I didn't.
Yeah.
There's so many cameos.
And Helen also plays the new Supergirl's mother, I believe.
It's tricky. And they even brought back
Dean Cain,
the girl who played her father, and they brought back. Who was it? It was the person who plays the mother of Kara. She was like Lois or Lena or something.
Oh, Erica Durance?
I think so. And again, they're just so smart. Like they've wised up to the idea of bridging. You know, if you're a fan of the '90s and the 2000s, early 2000s, it just pulls people in, and it becomes like not just a kind of a millennial show, it becomes like a Y show and a Gen X show and an everybody show. Next thing you know, you got like really good ratings.
And a lot of genres are doing that right now. Even like horror. Or for instance, the vampire genre. I'm working on a new show for Netflix right now called V-Wars.
V-Wars.
Ian Somerhalder is the lead, who was from Vampire Diaries, and I was cast. I mean, I just actually wrapped a movie playing another vampire, but playing a werewolf. It's sort of all in the same genre, and now they're creating a new show with actors from those genres that's completely different.
Yeah, we actually saw Ian Somerhalder and his buddy at Fan Expo, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
They give a good panel. I mean, people are in stitches.
Who was on the panel with them?
It was Ian Somerhalder and somebody. I only remember the one guy's name. I'm terrible with names.
That's fine.
But I'll get it later. I'll maybe put it in the bottom of the scroll. But they were so funny. Like they're talking in accents, making fun of like marriages and crazy fans they met. It was one of the best panels I've seen.
Oh, good.
Now I'm completely off track, but I wanted to mention a couple things, and I had to write this down because I know when I get in front of you, you crush me in terms of your eternal youthfulness. I'm seeing some of your Twitter stuff, and I'm just like, God damn! Like, did you take some kind of magic pill to keep you this young and vibrant the entire life?
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Well, it's true.
Thank you.
And you're just like, I saw this one where on a log, and you're doing some kind of crazy move, and it was awesome. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And I guess
I just had my birthday too, so I really appreciate this.
That's right. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not even going to talk about age. I'm just going to move on.
Okay, yeah, let's just move on.
Push on.
Yep.
Well, first of all, I love it when Canadian actors stay in the industry here, and they get to have a career. Not the way back when they couldn't have done this, but you've been I watch all these shows. Okay, Haven. I've seen almost every episode. Supergirl, V, loved it. Hate the fact that they had to cancel it. The new V, right?
Yep.
Bitten. I'm on the first season. There's just too much TV to watch now, but I'm getting there.
Oh, there's way too much. Yeah. Season 3 is our best season for Bitten, just FYI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of all those shows, I mean, I've seen all of them, and I'm wondering what. I know this is a cheesy question. You probably get it all the time, but do you have a sort of a favorite, a sort of a heartfelt? This is the one that, I like all my shows, I like all my casts, but this one, I think it's going to mean something to me 20, 30 years from now, or even now.
The first one that comes to mind is Bitten. And I say that, well, not just because it was my show, but I loved playing Elena, who's the only female werewolf. That had so many underlying messages to it as a woman.
Yes.
That she was able to run with the pack, with the boys, keep up. They didn't treat her differently. I just loved a lot of things about that character, but also because of the cast. Those guys are all my brothers now. We all love each other. There was no divas on set. We all loved being there. It was our family. We would go out to dinners. We still hang out. They come to my birth, like, you know, Brayston just stayed at my house. Like, we're all still super tight. So I think in terms of like longevity, memory-wise, it's going to be the cast and crew from that show at this point.
Yeah, it might change, of course, but...
Right, but that's definitely where I would say it is right now.
Yeah, and all the jobs I've ever had that I really liked, it's always been the people that made the difference. It wasn't the pay, it wasn't what I was doing, it just, did I get along with the people there?
Yeah.
And I would call those as being my best jobs because it didn't feel like work. It felt like just hanging out with friends and having to do some stuff, you know?
Exactly,
Well, what I said to John Louis Shep, I'll say to you, and this should be the ending, but I'm not terribly good at interviews yet.
No, we can keep going, whatever, we got this.
But I thanked him for carrying the torch for these superhero programs because he did it in the 90s, he did it in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think. You kept it alive so that this world we live in now, this superhero-driven, you know, like the Marvel Universe, the DC Universe, all that stuff exists because people like you, Lou Ferrigno, all these people throughout the years just gave great performances and pulled the fans in, but like I said, kept the flame alive, and I wanted to thank you for doing that.
Thank you for that. I grew up, I won't say the year, but there weren't superheroes for me as a girl that I knew about or looked up to outside of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was a big influence on me, I'm not going to lie. So it's nice now to know that, especially in this day and age, we have the Wonder Womans, we have these big blockbuster films for young girls to look up to. And yeah, I guess... And so
just guys can watch that and be inspired.
Yeah,
like that scene,
that
famous scene when she's like pushing against the bullets. It gives you chills. It's universal, really.
And it's bringing in new generations of young people who, you know, like for instance, I have people saying, "You were my Supergirl," and now there's another Supergirl, and to the younger girls, that's their Supergirl. So it's all that matters to me is that everyone's got their person that they believe in. And
well, you're inextricably tied and linked to these people. They're like you're part of the cultural tapestry of the world. I mean, and you're a part of people's lives, and they're conscious of their memories, and it's kind of like an awesome thing.
Yeah, it's
really,
kind of
what
crazy
actors get to do. You know, like Zeus from Down High. Like this is my culture. You know? Well, I guess. I should just wrap it up.
Let's keep going.
Well, I wanted to ask, like, this is the part where you just say, what's next on the horizon? The cheesy thing you always do at the end of an interview.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have? I know you mentioned season 3 is going to be the best season yet for Bitten.
Yeah.
Do you have any other projects, movies, anything you're hoping to do?
Yes. So Bitten ended a while, like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I did, you know, Jigsaw and a bunch of other projects. Most recently, I did a remake of the Cronenberg film from the 70s, Rabid.
Okay.
With the Saska sisters, 2 incredible writers from Vancouver. Mm-hmm. So we shot that about a month ago for about a month in Canada, and it was awesome because it was female DP, female camera operators, female directors. So that was really inspiring. And then currently I'm working on V-Wars, which is the new series for Netflix with Ian Somerhalder and Adrian Holmes. And it's an intense one, but I'm having a lot of fun. And a lot of the crew are from shows I did when I was like 15, 16 years old. Yeah. So it's nice to see familiar faces, which is why I always want to come home.
Well, first I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time.
We got it done.
Yeah, we got it done. We got to take time to. I know everyone's got the Purell, so you can wipe that reporter slime off.
I wouldn't worry about you.
One thing that's mind blowing is that Pat Mastroianni is how you say his name?
Yeah.
Like
Joey Jeremiah.
Yeah. Let's go talk to her handler, and it's like a kid. I can't remember. The Degrassi kid is like, oh yeah, I'm the guy that does that. What's next? Like, is Jerry Maguire going to be like somebody else's handler? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually a huge fan of the original Degrassi. I grew up watching it, and Joey Jeremiah was my Pat's not here, he doesn't need to know, was my crush. And I met Pat at a convention first, but he also came on to Bitten and did a couple scenes with us, and I pulled his tongue out. We became friends, and just in the past few years, he's doing a lot more of these conventions, paneling actors and such, and doing them himself with Degrassi. So I was like, fuck yeah. I mean,
we'll bleep you. You want us to bleep you?
It doesn't matter. I swear all the time. So I was excited to have like Joey Jeremiah, and he's such an awesome guy, Pat. He's so enthusiastic and great. So.
Oh yeah, he broke my balls. He's like, he's like, interviews right now. I just ran like a maniac trying to get my.
He came over here after. He's like, I like messing with people like that.
Yeah,
like, that's so weird.
Yeah, sorry, she canceled. She doesn't want to do it anymore.
After you run back.
Like, just my soul starts sinking, like, leaving my body, and it's like, she came back in and he says, I'm just kidding.
Aww.
Anyways, no, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys, I'm
pleasure.
keeping people who want to talk to you and meet you and tell them how much they mean to you for meeting you. So.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Ego.
Yeah, please tell me more.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of the 2018 Hamilton Comic Con. Please like, comment and subscribe to see more, and let us know below what you think of this video. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.